Inquisitorial report. Beta level urgency. Sigma Mundi continues to burn. I have attempted to make contact with these new Primaris Marines, and I have received a single line in response. Warden's hunt has arrived. The Intercessor kill team continue their mission to clear the remnants of the Chaos forces from the power station. Little do they know that an ancient enemy stalks the ruins. A pox-ridden team of Alpha Legionnaires sets their own devious plans into action. Which team of superhuman warriors will control the power station? This is a battle that can only be fought by WarDollies.
Hello everyone, welcome to episode 4 of WarDollies. I'm Justin, and I'll be playing an Alpha Legion kill team marked for Nurgle, and perhaps even for greatness.
Hello again everyone, this is Colin, and for today's battle, I will be stalking heretics. My Intercession squad kill team is made up of select members from Woden's Hunt, my personal Space Marine chapter.
For this game, our teams will be fighting on a treacherous approach in an attempt to secure objectives. The cargo containers and plasma regulators provide vantage points and heavy cover. 2 heavy smokestacks provide cover and poor air quality. Lastly, tractors, plasma conduits, and small ruined walls litter the battlefield, providing light cover.
With a mighty roll of a 3, the Legion wins the opening dice off and chooses Defender.
The Alpha Legion chose the top right, which forces the Loyalist Intercessors to attack from the bottom left. The Legion then drops barricades to cover their advance up the right side of the board, while the Intercessors spread their barricades out to cover more ground. For my team, I'll be bringing Sir Goth, the aspiring champ, armed with his plasma pistol and power fist. Next is Koth the Butcher, armed with his heavy chain axe and his grisly trophy. After that is the gunner Savik, armed with his meltagun and malefic blade. Next up is the heavy gunner Valadim the Liquidator, armed with his Reaper chain gun and malefic blade. Next is my warrior Azakion, armed with bolt pistol and chainsword. My last warrior is Vandro, armed with bolt pistol and chainsword. For TAC Ops, the Alpha Legion is out for blood. They've chosen Seek and Destroy, specifically Headhunter, Eliminate Guards, and Rout.
To begin with, I'm bringing an Assault Intercessor Sergeant, Brother Orloff, who has a chainsword and plasma pistol and is equipped with a tilting shield. Next up is the Assault Intercessor Grenadier, Brother Bran, with grenades, heavy bolt pistol, and a chainsword. Brother Fergal is an Assault Intercessor Warrior with a heavy bolt pistol and a chainsword. Intercessor Gunner, Brother Finn, is armed with a Stalker bolt rifle and the auxiliary grenade launcher, and is also equipped with a Vengeance-class scope. Brother Callum is an Intercessor Warrior armed with a bolt rifle and equipped with a combat blade. Finally, we have the Assault Intercessor Warrior Brother Niall, who has an auto-bolt rifle and is equipped with a combat blade. For my TAC Ops, I choose 1 from my faction-specific, Champions of Mankind, and 2 from Security, Center Control, and Seize Ground.
The Intercessors chose Fortification, while the Legion chose Infiltration, as befits the infamous Deceptors. Fortification beats Infiltrate, though, giving the initiative to the Intercessors for the first turn. The Loyalists place their additional barricade to cover the center, while the Alpha Legion plots in their drop zone.
With ancient enemies deployed on either side of the power station, it is time for Turning Point 1.
At the start of Turning Point 1, we go up by 1 command point to 4. After that, we announce strategic ploys, starting with the Intercessors.
For my strategic ploy, I unleash Devastator Doctrine.
The Legion conserves its resources and bides its time. Next, we move on to TAC Ops.
For my first tactical objective, I chose Seize Ground, of which I chose a plasma regulator.
The Legion reveals none of its carefully laid plans, and we proceed to firefight.
Brother Sergeant Orloff sprints to the objective, claiming it before dashing towards cover.
Sir Goth the Champion stalks towards the objective, claims it, and then moves to the plasma regulator.
Utilizing his superhuman strength, Brother Fergal surges forward.
Gunner Savik advances to the plasma conduit and readies his meltagun for the violence to come.
Saying a quiet prayer to the spirit of his Stalker bolt rifle, Brother Finn moves up.
Vandro ghosts up the side of the battlefield, crouching behind a cargo container and eyes a nearby objective.
Brother Callum slams home a new magazine into his bolt rifle before advancing.
Filled with grim determination, Koth the Butcher hauls his enormous axe up the field.
Grenadier Brother Bran advances into cover.
Sensing his moment, Valadim climbs the plasma regulator, praises Nurgle for his dispensers, and opens fire on Niall. A few rounds find their mark, but not enough to cause a significant injury.
Staggering from the impacts of the Reaper chain gun, Brother Niall lines up a retaliatory burst. Watching a single bolt round find its mark. Relying on his bolter discipline, he fires a second burst. Again, only a single round finds its target. Niall then moves to cover.
The Zacian ducks behind a barricade, giggling in anticipation of the coming bloodbath.
A low-scoring turn where I scored a single point.
The Alpha Legion claims a single point.
Moving my team up, I'm attempting to set myself up to secure multiple objectives in the next turn, and, if I'm really lucky, a couple of secondaries. I spread my team out for some tactical flexibility, but not far enough that they're unable to support each other.
This turn was all about positioning for me. I've got Vandro coming up the right side and my Melton Butcher ready to fight on the left side. My Heavy is stuck exposed, but he gave it his best shot. At the start of Turning Point 2, we roll for initiative. With both players rolling a 1, the Legion gets to take the first activation since they went second last Turning Point. Then both players add a command point to their pool. For strategic ploys, I first spend a command point on Implacable to ignore injuries and Overwatch penalties.
For strategic ploys, I chose Tactical Doctrine for some close-range fight support.
Then Surgoth unleashes a wave of mutagenic flesh with his Favor of the Dark Gods. For Tac Ops, I reveal Rout. Maybe it's a little too late to score it, but we'll see. On to another thrilling firefight. Heavy Gunner Valadim the Liquidator levels his Reaper chain gun at Brother Niall. When the noise and smoke clear, the Primaris Space Marine lays crumpled in the dust of Sigma Mundi.
Brother Callum, seeing his fellow Intercessor crumple into the dust, curses the traitor Heavy Gunner before laying him low with a precision shot from his bolt rifle.
Sensing the coming violence, Vandro sprints towards the conflict, pausing only to claim an objective.
Attempting to gain advantage through position, Brother Fergal advances to a section of ruined wall.
Moving to secure another objective, Zacian fires a suppressing burst from his bolt pistol at Brother Callum. While this does no damage, it allows Zacian time to seize the objective.
Brother Sergeant Orloff senses that this is the moment the engagement hangs on. He charges the traitor Azakion, cutting him down with his chainsword. Brother Sergeant Orloff then aims his plasma pistol at Vandro. Plasma fire splashes across him, though the damage was not enough to incapacitate the heretic.
Aspiring champion Surgoth smiles with malicious glee, knowing his plan to use Zacian as bait had succeeded. With a lumbering gait that belied his true speed, Surgoth slammed his power fist into the Intercessor Sergeant, leaving him sprawled in the dirt.
Having just seen his sergeant fall, Intercessor Gunner Finn takes careful aim and launches a crack grenade at the champion Surgoth. After the explosion cleared, Finn saw the champion, laugh, mocking the power of the explosive round.
Noticing the gunner's fatal mistake, Savik surges forward for a clear shot, and with a hiss of superheated air, incapacitates Brother Finn.
Brother Bran bounds from cover and catches Savik reveling in the downed Primaris Marine before him. Using this to his advantage, the Assault Grenadier makes short work of Savik.
Bellowing in bloody-minded rage, Koth the Butcher flattened Brother Bran with several sweeps of his massive chain axe. The Legion scored 3 points for objective, plus another 2 for Headhunter. The Intercessors scored an additional 2 points for objectives. So I gambled the lives of my filthy heretics, and this time it paid off. I definitely had help from mutagenic flesh. Every time an Assault Intercessor slammed into one of my boys, it did incredible work. Implacable wasn't super vital this game, or this turn, but the combo of the two is usually devastating. The game was good, but over so fast. When elite teams clash, it can get pretty violent pretty fast. I had 3 survivors with 2 take some damage, so it's a little hard to say whether or not everyone would have made it, but enough people would have made it. So far, I've had a disturbing amount of luck with the Legion. Should we keep fielding them? Let us know in the comments. Though with the new edition on the horizon, who can really say where they're going to end up? That being said, it's looking incredibly unlikely that I'm ever going to get around to getting that Aspiring Sorcerer and Anointed going, so unfortunately, you might have to tune in next season.
At the end of the second turning point, things are looking pretty grim for the Space Marines of Woden's Hunt. Analyzing the board, I realized I was down to just one remaining operative, and it was in this moment I decided to concede. I guess what I can take away from today's game is the truth of the old adage, no plan survives contact with the enemy. I managed to step into every single trap Justin managed to lay for me, and it cost me the game. With the new edition of Kill Team coming out soon, comment below which new teams you think we should run, or what sort of matchups you'd like to see here on WarDollies.
Is there a new edition of Kill Team coming? Yes. Will there be more videos of this edition of Kill Team? Also yes. Hit like and subscribe to see more.